Welcome to week 1 of the road to Melbourne. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm a 40-year-old extremely average runner who is attempting to make it to the start line for my first marathon. I did try this several months ago with the Ballarat Marathon. However, I got injured 2 weeks prior to the race and I never made it to the start line. So, we go again. We kick things off in this video on Tuesday as I'm having Monday as a complete rest day in this program. I still can't actually run at the speed that I used to due to my hamstring, so I'm trying to be really smart about building back into speed work and how I manage my sessions. This session was on the treadmill doing 5x5 minutes off a 90-second float, and 5:07 kilometer pace was the fastest I allowed myself to go for these reps, and that felt pretty safe. A few hours later and I was into runners prep for my first session of the week. Now I'm currently doing 2 runners prep sessions a week, which I was pretty much doing in my Ballarat build as well, though I was doing 1 runners prep session and 1 gym session. After my hamstring tear in April, I had an MRI to ensure that my hamstring was fully healed. I went to a physio for a few visits, and basically the thought process that came from all those results was that I have very weak hips, weak glutes, and weak hamstrings, and I probably have some lower back sprinkled shit in there just for good measure. So I took all this to Mitch at Runners Prep and he developed 2 sessions for me to complete each week with the focus of addressing these shortcomings. If you're watching this and you're looking for a focused running strength and conditioning program, I highly suggest checking Runners Prep out.
All right, it's Wednesday. I'm gonna go sit on the bike for 60 minutes. Oh, 5:30. I love this stuff.
Wednesday rolled over and I was off to the gym to sit on a bike with my magic padded ass pants for 60 minutes. I find that I'm getting about 27 kilometers out of my rides now in the 60 minutes, so I've certainly improved a lot in this space. It's also nice being in a gym where the bikes work. Shout out to Genesis Gym.
30 minutes down, padded bike shorts, doing the trick. I'm out here with all my friends. Couldn't ask for a better squad. Peloton power.
Thursday morning was a 60-minute easy run where I forgot my GoPro, and then I was back to Runners Prep for session 2 of the week. Now I'm going to upload my full Runners Prep workout with the 2 seconds, just for those interested in regards to what I'm doing around my weak hamstrings, weak hips, and weak glutes. I wouldn't suggest necessarily copying it if you're having issues, as this program's made with my potato body issues in mind, but it certainly gives you some ideas and some insight into running specific movements that you kind of get through these kind of programs. And as I said, if you are in a similar boat, I highly suggest checking Runners Prep out. Friday night and I was off into the forest alone. And this is 100% how horror movies start. And I can't say I was a huge fan of this experience.
Alright, well, you can't see shit. It's 7 PM, it's pitch fucking black, and I'm out here on a Friday running in the fucking hills, and I know what you're thinking. This bloke must be hard as fuck. And it's true. I am. Got a head torch and everything. Basically a professional. So, I'm doing 10k hills tonight on a Friday, and yeah, beautiful. 2k warm up, gonna do 6k at tempo and then do a 2k cool down. And the course isn't working on my watch, so I hope I don't get fucking lost, but I can record it if I do, and someone will find it one day. Well, you can't see shit because of my hardcore headlamp. I got 2 more Ks, a tempo to go, or tempo effort, because it's fairly undulating up here. So just trying to hold the effort more so than the pace. and then a cool down. My watch finally got me on course, so at least I know where the fuck I am. And yeah, how good is this? Just me and fucking nature and me dog. Alright, oh fuck, if I put my hand over like this you can see me. I can't see shit though. So my 10k run turned into 12. I may have made a course, parked my car at the usual spot, but my course actually started like another kilometre away, so 10k turned into 12. My bad, but I'm hopefully walking back to the car now. Hold on. I made it back to the car. What an adventure. So my 10k ended up being 12 and I stopped it at 12 and walked the last k because I made it even further than that, so. And now I'm in the dark again. Good sesh.
Saturday was an easy 30 minutes on the elliptical, which again, I forgot my GoPro for, but it's only week 1 and I need a bit of time to get back into wanker influence mode.
Good morning. So, Sunday, and I'm out back in the bush for 17 kilometres today through the hills. So, nice and easy effort wise, but the hills will kill me. So, see how we go. At least the sun's out and it's not dark. So, all bonuses. Alright, well, let's get into it.
Then it was Sunday, the long run, the big one of the week. Now for all my long runs at the moment, I've been going out into the bush with the aim of getting stronger via running hills. I never did any hills during my Ballarat prep due to my hamstring issues, and I think the hills are playing a really vital part in strengthening up my body. The issue, of course, is going to be striking the right balance between the development I'm going to get from running the hills and exposing points of my weak body to injury. So it's all about finding that balance.
I'm about 6k's in, and as you can see from the footage, it just goes up and down. Oh, I love hills. They are my friend. Whew. So, I don't know if this is the best time to make this video going uphill, but anyway, I've started now. I learned something about altitude the other day, thanks to my mate Andy at work. So, I said to him, I don't get altitude on your watch. I finished your fucking run, and this hill, right, goes for fucking ever. I ran like 2 kilometers on this one fucking hill, and then my elevation says 191 meters elevation. I'm like, the hill was longer than fucking 190 meters. Turns out that's how far I went up. Yeah, so I kind of get it now, but I was a bit disheartened. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. About 10k's in, and it's been cruising along pretty comfortable, aside from the hills, but just tried to keep easy effort even going up the hills, and it's been good. Happy to be back running. Week 1 pretty much down on the road to Melbourne. Will I actually make it to the start line? That is the #1 focus. So it's really focusing on the runner's prep stuff, really trying to strengthen up my hips, glutes, hammy, which I'm obviously very weak in, and it's been improving like every week. So just stick to the plan, I'm a little bit smarter this time, I hope, from the Ballarat adventure. I'm really not trying to make every single session faster than the last and just use my brain. So here we go, week 1 down, 15 to go to Melbourne. Yeah. There's a big fucking puddle.
I'm back in the car. I think it was around 2 hours for 17k, 357 meters of elevation, which again, as I pointed out, I couldn't believe that those hills were only 357 meters long. So I never said I was smart in any of this, but there you go. That was pretty fucking tough. I think it was like 6:15, but I made the effort easy, even though the hills killed me. My big thing at the moment here, which as an idiot in running, I really need to balance, is I figure that I didn't do any hills in my Ballarat prep because I was so worried about my hamstring and that. And I think after doing them for a couple of weeks, it's crazy like how hard they are and the benefit it must be to your running. But I'm one of those complete twats that if like someone's like hills will make you a really strong runner, then I'll likely overdose on hills too quickly. And I kind of want to be careful of my calves and my hamstrings and stuff like that. So hopefully I continue to play this smart, but that's week 1 in the bag. We're back running. Happy days. See you next week.